What is good, y'all? Podcast episode 86. Back at it. Hope everyone's doing well. It's June 4th, Wednesday. About 7:15 or so in the morning. On my way to work. I just, I realized like I haven't did a podcast episode on my way to work in quite some time. So thought I'd give it a shot. A little sleepy this morning, but it's all good. We'll get there. Yeah, man, hope everyone's doing well. Got my grass cut last night. It's been really, really pretty here in Cincinnati last couple days, which is great and all, but that just means it's going to be rainy on the weekend. And usually that's how it goes. We'll have great weather all week while we're at work. But when we're off work, that's when it decides to rain. So, I swear it's a conspiracy. But, yeah, man, hope everyone's doing well. Some music updates. I have been recording my ass off, which is really nice. I just feel like I'm really tapped in right now, creatively, and it's a good feeling, man. It just feels like, I get excited to record. I get excited about the result, and yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. I am going to drop a song this month. That's all I'm really going to say about that. The song is going to be off an album that I'm working on. Right now I'm working on 2 albums. And yeah, one of the albums is going to be a pretty big surprise because I just, I've tapped in, and I've tapped into new vibes that I haven't really worked on before, and it's so strong that I'm putting out an album around it. So I'll keep the guessing game going, only because I just don't feel like I'm ready to talk about it just yet, but we'll get there. And yeah, I'm definitely excited about both albums. The other album that I'm working on, and I'm gonna drop a song off of here soon. Right now is currently being mixed and mastered by EMAC. I'm super stoked about this one because EMAC and I have an actual collab on the album where he actually spits a verse. And if you know Mac, you know that he doesn't like to rap for some reason. I think he does, but he just feels like the shit that he talks about is maybe unrelatable. But it's not. And he's a good rapper. He's a good artist. And I'm just super, super excited to have him in my life, for one, but also on this album, also on a song together where we both have a verse and we both, do the hook together as well. So definitely excited about that. And yeah, man, we're just out here grinding. I know I say that a lot, out here grinding. And, what does that look like for me? For me, that's going to work, going to the gym, coming home, being a dad, being a husband, taking care of the housework, taking care of my mind, and then also doing music. So I'm literally out here grinding, and it's not something to really take lightly, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it in every aspect. It's worth it. honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. And I won't have it any other way. And that's why I've built my life around the things that I've built my life around, you know? And everything kind of coincides with everything else. You know, my family graciously allows me to work on myself so that way I can bring the best energy to them that I possibly can. And, you know, it's definitely, like I said, it's not easy, but it is worth it. And like I said, I wouldn't have it any other way. There are some things in my life that I would like to change, yes, but I think in order for that change to happen, other things are going to happen before. So sorry if that feels like I'm like talking in code or whatever, but it's not. It's just, you know, I don't want to work a job forever. That's the one thing. And if I could replace it, if I could change it, I would. And I will. But it's going to take some time. And right now, how it stands, it's where I'm at. And until I get out of where I'm at, you have to be okay with where you're at. You know, because if you're constantly bitching about where you're at with your job, you constantly say you hate it, you constantly talk bad about it, you'll never get out of it. You know, and that's, I feel like, you know, God's way of pretty much teaching you the lesson of like, hey, you have to learn to love things before I can bless you with new things. So I'm learning to love it in the ways that I know how. And, you know, there is some cool things about my job. It's allowed us different opportunities. It's allowed me to, you know, I can work with headphones on. I mean, that's a simple thing, nothing crazy. But I can work with headphones on, and what that means is I could sit there and listen to audiobooks. I can listen to, you know, success videos, and or listen to beats, listen to music while I'm working. And actually, I feel like I get a lot more done that way because my mind is kind of preoccupied, and I can do the work without, you know, really kind of like. It doesn't take a lot of mental to do my job, you know, which is nice. And then, you know, it also allows me a place to go throughout the week where I can talk to other people that I usually wouldn't talk to. And, you know, that's definitely something I've had to learn to love. Because I'm not usually one to go and, like, I guess, open up in a public setting. But it is nice to be able to talk to certain people at the job. So we got to learn to love it. We got to learn to love it before God can bless us with something new. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just learning to love it. Yeah, man, we'll see what happens. So, out here grinding and learning to love. That's about it. Some life updates. We actually planned a trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee in September. So we got a few months. And, man, we're just on our way home from the beach. We were like, you know, we need a mountain trip now. We need a trip to where we can go see the mountains. And yeah, and so we got it booked. It's cool because we actually, I guess my wife had from all the trips that we take using like VRBO or one of those apps, she had so many points built up, and so our condo or whatever, the place we're staying at in Gatlinburg, only costed us $200, where typically it would be about $5. So yeah, man, that was pretty cool. We got tickets to a Tennessee Volunteers college football game. You know me, you know I love college football. And, you know, people always say SEC games are where it's at, those down south teams. But, you know, me being a Buckeyes fan, I, never believed them. And I still don't believe them. And I won't believe them until I get there and see what it's all about. So we'll see. So I want to know, is an SEC football game more crazy than a Big Ten Ohio State game? So we'll see. I'm definitely excited though. Like I said, I love college football. It's one of my absolute favorite things in life. Just the feeling around it, the time of year. It's just a beautiful, beautiful time. And I love the fall. I love Halloween. Of course, I was born in October. Half my family is born in October. More than half. And yeah, man, we're big on the fall time and just everything that kind of comes with it. So yeah, we're excited, man. We're excited to be able to spend some time. It's just going to be us two. Nora's not going with us on this trip. So we're definitely excited just to have some time together. Just us two in the mountains in Gatlinburg. And yeah, it should be a good time. Man, I hope everyone's doing well. I feel like I've talked my head off for 12 minutes. And I realize like how healthy these podcasts are for me, because when I don't do one for a week or so, I'm like, damn, I gotta do a podcast. Like, let me get in there, empty out my mind real quick, get my mind back right. And I never have like a plan for what I want to talk about on this. It's more or less just me kind of vlogging, me just kind of fly by the seat of my pants, more or less. I might have something on my mind or like a little thought, just kind of roll with it, but everything is definitely unscripted, and I'm sure you can tell. But it's okay, man. It's okay, and we're just learning to love it. We don't have to like it, but we are learning to love it. There's a lot of things in life like that, There's a lot of things. You may hate the gym, but you gotta learn to love it. Learn to love different aspects of it. You might not like every aspect of it, but that's okay. You gotta learn to love it. Learn to love what you love. Or I should say, learn to love what you like. Same goes for any relationship. You might like somebody, but there's going to be things about them that you don't like. So learn to love the things that you do like. We're not all perfect. We're not all the exact same. And that's okay. That's what makes us all beautiful. And, certain things about that person you might not like. And that's okay. And I'm not talking about like you know, if they're a compulsive liar or a thief or just an egomaniac, like, you don't have to learn to love that shit, obviously. But let's say somebody like laughs funny, or, you know, likes a show that you hate, you know, just different things like that. So you get the point. I don't have to explain it. I'm not a damn teacher anyway. Out here like I'm fucking Albus Dumbledore, Mr. Know-It-All. Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it at that. I've been rambling for almost 16 minutes now, and yeah, man, just thank you for listening. Thanks for just allowing me a place to just kind of speak my mind, I guess, or just let out thoughts that I've been holding in. You know, I definitely appreciate it, as always. And yeah, man, stay tuned. I got a song dropping this month, and it is going to be a fun one. And it's going to kick off the album rollout, so I'm definitely excited about that. And outside of that, baby, I hope you have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend if we don't talk. And yeah, man, we'll talk soon. So much love. Peace.